What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the lab with another Quest build. We're finally on NBA 2K22 Next Gen, and you know I had to hop right in the builder and start tinkering to try to find something ultra rare, and I think I actually did off rip. This thing has shades of Tracy McGrady, Joe Johnson, and Kawhi Leonard. I'm talking about the jack of all trades. That's the build name, jack of all trades. It's not a well-rounded wing. It's not a multi-positional offender. It's a jack of all trades. Let's jump right into it. We're going to make this a shooting guard. You can also make this at small forward if you want to. But you're going to be 6'7", 232 pounds. You're not going to be a peanut. This thing is a freak. You know how Joe Johnson, Kawhi Leonard got that muscle on him. And then your wingspan, you're going to be 7 foot. I like a built or defined body type. And man, if y'all been in this builder, it is absolutely crazy. So this is the first hatch I'm bringing you guys on 2K22. So follow along to a T to get this name. You change one little thing and it might become a slasher, or it might become a well-rounded wing, or a well-rounded guard, or you know, whatever you end up doing, follow along to a T. You're gonna get your close shot to an 85, your driving layup to an 80, your driving dunk to an 85. This is, if you change the driving dunk too high, it'll become literally just a slasher, which is extremely generic and not my cup of water. But you're gonna get your standing dunk to a 41, and then your post control to an 81. So looking at these badges, you know, these attributes allocate different badges depending on the threshold what you put the attribute at. So as you can see, you're gonna get grace under pressure, mouse in the house. So if you get a smaller guard on you at the 2, if you do make this a shooting guard, you're gonna have mouse in the house, fast twitch, post spin, you know, and you get 24 finishing badges on this build. And so you're really gonna be that post scoring, you know, Kobe Bryant, you know, midi. Don't put a peanut on this build, guarding this build is what I'm saying. 24 finishing badges, but it can be allocated to really nice post scoring. And you do get that posterizer on silver as well. For shooting, you're going to get this to an 80. It does go all the way up to an 89, but again, for this name, I'm not 100% sure if you can go over an 82 or not. So we're going to keep the midi at an 80 and then max the 3-ball out. I'm sorry, put that to an 82. Don't put that at an 83. If you do want to tinker and try to, you know, mess with these, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really tinker with the shooting that much because, you know, you can definitely shoot on this build with an 80 and an 82 midi 3-ball. But you get 24 shooting badges, and then you're gonna get your free throw to a 70. So this is a comp build, you know, for rec and pro-am as well. If you go in, you know, you do get difficult shots, rhythm shooter, sniper on Olive if you want it. You know, that's 6 allocated badges for that. You do get Deadeye, Circus 3s, Lucky number 7, and the Limitless spot up. You do get that 82 3-ball, so you can get gold limitless spot up, which to me is really big for this build to stretch the floor. Is an all-around threat, but Jack of all trades is the hottest name that I've seen thus far. So going on to playmaking, you're going to get your pass accuracy to a 76, and that's going to give you that right there. You're going to get your ball handle, max that out to an 84. You don't get pro handles off rip with this build. I believe that's an 85, but you do get 23 playmaking badges when you max out your speed with ball. Going in here, you know, you can allocate a lot of different badges to having a bunch of silver. You know, 23 is a really good badge count. You know, you can get space creator, glue hands, post playmaker. I really like this triple threat juke on this build. You give this build, you know, give the pill on the wing. And again, you see a bigger guard or a smaller guard or a big man switches out on you. You can juke out the triple threat. And then, you know, your quick first, you get that on silver. You can have downhill on Olive. You get down the court quick. And then if you put post playmaker on this build too, again, this might be a great counter to if you're playing against a backcourt of, you know, two-way 3-point shot creator or someone small at the 2 guard. And this build can absolutely dominate inside. So you put on some post playmaking and whatnot, and you're going to be an all-around threat. Again, jack of all trades. You're going to get your interior defense to a 73, and you know, this is where, like, on the defensive end, it is definitely a 2-way. You're going to get your perimeter defense to a 77. If you do get your perimeter D too high or Steely's too high, it does become a perimeter lockdown. I know it's part of that tree as well. And so it doesn't ever really do one thing. So you're like a slasher, perimeter lock, well-rounded, 3-level scorer. You basically can do, I don't want to say you can do everything on this build because it's not a demigod, but you don't, it's a no weakness kind of a build. But you're going to get your Steely's to a 69 as I ramble on. You're going to get your block to an 81, max that out, and then get your defensive rebounds to an 82, which will bring up your offensive rebounds to a 52 as well. So that's going to give you that 21st defensive badge. And if you look here on defense, you can get a lot of silver, bullets, silver clamps, silver ankle braces, silver menace. I'm a big fan of this badge. Just jumping in the builder while guarding and staying in front of an opponent, their attributes will drop. So you get that on silver ankle braces, silver clamps. You can guard on the perimeter. You get gold chase down. You can have rim protector. You do get that rebound chaser with the 81 defensive rebounds. And then you can box out, brick wall. I mean, this is a great all-around defensive build. And again, you have enough badges to allocate to a lot of silver on defense. You're going to max out your speed and acceleration to a 76 and 74. Max out your strength to a 70 as well. So again, this is a really big brute, of a wing player. Get your vertical to an 86 and then allocate the rest on stamina to 86. I'm not 100% sure what the thresholds are going to be eventually for if we need stamina, if not. But 86 is a real good number for the tiers that I've looked into. And so right now I'm rocking stamina 86 because when you do start to back down those smaller players or start to get in your dribble god, you're going to want stamina to string different moves together. So again, 86, I'm going to roll with that off rip. But looking this over, 24, 24, 23, 21. I know some people can get mesmerized by the amount of badges, the sheer number that you're going to be able to get in 2K22 Next Gen Builder. But for me, that's not the most important thing. What I'm finding is it's more about the resources it takes to allocate the badges to actually getting the different tiers. So if a Hall of Fame badge, requires 7 badges to get it, it's more about the attribute and are you actually going to use that badge, not just if you can unlock something. And so, having a crazy number of badges is one thing, but specific badges that you're hunting for to make your build good is going to be more important to where you allocate those badges in, overall. But this is really well-rounded. Again, it's a jack of all trades, so you're going to be able to make a number of different loadouts with this build depending on who you're playing with, where you're playing, and what you want to do on this build. So going to Takeover, again, this is actually my number 1 hatch. I already invested off rip. I went advanced post moves, and then for my secondary Takeover, I went power back downs. But obviously what you could do if you're more perimeter oriented, you can do finishing moves, get some shot creating take, or even limitless range. But there you have it. You're going to end up with the jack of all trades. Jack. This is like the Titanic. Like, if you see this out here, I've already been running around the city. People are pulling out their phones, wanting to know what the hell this thing even is. So you can make this a shooting guard. You can make this a small forward. It's a Tracy McGrady, Kawhi Leonard, Joe Johnson hatch through and through. Grant Hill, shades of a lot of different wings, scoring 2 ways that can basically do it all. It's not a demigod. It's not going to blow you away and be able to just yam, shoot, dribble, and just lock up. But it has no weakness. And this is the build I'm running on 2K22 out the gate. So if you guys like this build, let me know down in the comments. Be on the lookout for more. Street.